everyone. Hello. Just want to share it to my group. How are we all doing today? Decided to come on real quick on a Sunday, say hi to everyone, and also at the same time want to share some tips. If you are applying or having a employer interview, because I've experienced quite a few feedback from employers of the helpers doing interviews. So I kind of want to share that with you, okay? So see if you want to share this live with your friends, and then I'm going to share it to my group, and then we can just start, have a nice convo, short conversation with you guys. And now I'm trying to find my group. Where's my group? Cannot find my group. Here you go. Let me see. And of course, be here to answer any questions that you may have as much as I can. Oh, here you go. Let's see. Share. Oh, okay. Is it share? I think it is. Okay, let's just say hi to see whoever is here and take a quick look. Happy Sunday. Is that you, girl? Flower garden? Is that you? Oh my god, I haven't even forgot what's your name. Don't kill me. Hi, sweetie. Okay, hello, good day, everyone. You're in flower garden, like in the employer house, or like in the actual flower garden? Where are you at right now? Those who want to join my group, you can just go on to, I think you can find the group that's connected to our page, and then you just request to enter into our group. Most definitely you can do that. Okay, let's see. So where are you from? Where are you guys from? You guys are mainly in Hong Kong, or are you in the Philippines? You don't have day off today, sayang? Huh, sweetie? Okay. All right. So we are going to just gonna start, because I'm just gonna have a nice fast live today, because today I've been doing interviews, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a quick live session to share with you on what not to do, if you ever have a chance to have an employer interview. Isn't that what you guys want, is to ultimately to find a job here in Hong Kong, right? It's the reason why you are applying and wanting to come here. But have you thought about the fact that, what do you need to prepare if you ever get a chance to get that interview with the employer? And what is it that you must do or prepare that so you will at least do your very best and show your very best to the employer? Have you thought about that? Do you think it's important to get ready for interviews? Do you? What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think it's important? Do you guys think it's important to do that? Yeah. Yeah, do you think it's important? Okay, so let me actually have a great share with you some of the tips that you should or you shouldn't do during interview. Okay, so first up, if you get a chance, to have an employee interview, and when the employer call you, all right, the first thing that you need to prepare is what? Okay, listen to this, yeah? So if an employer were to call you, make sure when they call you, you're already sitting down, okay? Sitting down like this, waiting for the call. Do you understand? Okay? Because Oh, you know what? Can you guys hear me? I just realized I have this and I didn't have it on. Were you able to hear me earlier? Oh my goodness. Should I read this or should I not? Maybe it's clear this way, huh? Oh dear. Can you guys hear me earlier? Were you able to do that? Okay. So anyway, I just started, so that's fine. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is that when you get the chance to get the employer phone call, make sure when the employer log on, when the time is there, make sure that you are sitting down. You're sitting down like that and waiting, okay, and waiting for the call. Because once you turn on that video and you are sitting down like that, okay, which means that you're ready for the interview, okay. Can hear earlier, huh? Okay, because I didn't realize that my headset is on my table. Okay, so many of you, when maybe you didn't know, that's why we're having this conversation, is that you will be like this. When the employer called, you'll be walking around with the phone, you know, hello ma'am, hello, like this, and you're walking around with your phone trying to find a place. Okay, when you're trying to find a place to settle down, and you're walking around in the house or walking around in the garden or trying to find the place to sit down, okay? All right, so please remember, do not do that, okay? Do not do that. Do not walk around, okay? Do not walk around with your phone, hello ma'am, yes, good evening, and then you are like walking around trying to find the place, okay? You should be prepared, okay? One thing you need to know is that you have to be prepared, okay? Prepared for the interview, meaning that you're sitting down already and waiting for employers, okay? Because we do get employers that will tell us that, oh, you know what, I don't think she is prepared. She's walking around and then I don't know where she is and I cannot hear her. And then, you know, right there, yes, trying to find signal. I know, exactly. So if you want to find signal, you should find your signal prior to the employer calling. Call a friend. I don't care. Call a friend, call somebody to find the signal. Whatever it is, once you find it, you sit there and you wait for them, okay? And you wait for them. All right, so that's important, okay? You know, don't say in Philippines, even in Hong Kong as well, they'll walk around, you know, and they'll talk to the employer when they're walking with the thing, and to the employer, you're not being sincere. You're just like casually walking and talking to your friend. That's what you do, is when you take the camera in your phone and walk around, okay? So tip number 1 is that make sure you are prepared, okay? You're prepared, and prepare means be ahead, already know where the signal is good, that you're already sitting down. Of course, if you sit down and then your signal is not good, you know, at that time, then you can ask them, okay, you know, mom, I'm going to find signal, and then you walk around, that's okay. But don't answer the phone walking around, okay? Remember that. All right, so that's tip number 1. Okay, tip number 2, all right, I saw somebody say with a smiling face, okay? So tip number 2 is, yes, when the camera is on, smile. You're on camera, right? So the first thing that you want your employer to see is your smiling face. Now, have you ever heard about the term, the first impression counts? You know how important it is for first impression? Do you agree that the first impression is very important? So let's say if I turn on the camera and I'm like that, hello mom, good evening, like this face, do you think the employer is actually like it? How do you think it's like this? Or when you see it, good evening mom, good evening sir, what do you think, right? There's a two very big difference, correct? Whether you are, you know, whether you are smiling or you're not smiling, that is the first impression, okay? So remember that when you come on for the first time, boom, you must give the impression to your employer that, you know, you are ready, you're smiling, you are happy that you have this phone call with an employer. Because why? Because this could be the employer that is going to hire you to come to Hong Kong to work, which is that's what you wanted, correct? If not, you would not be doing this interview. So if you get the chance to get the interview, make sure you grab the opportunity and do it well. All right, so that is the second tip, is make sure you greet the employer with a nice smile and let them feel that you are so happy that you are taking the phone call. Isn't it true? If you're not excited and you don't want to come to Hong Kong, why will you even want to say, okay, I want to talk to the employer, correct? So if you took that phone call, then you must show that I want this job. I want to talk to you, Mr. Employer. Understand? Okay? So second is the impression really counts. Okay? Now, when I say impression, obviously, the first thing they'll look at you is your person and your outfit and the whole thing, correct? So the third thing that that you need to make sure that you prepare is that you are in a very neat outlook. Okay, outlook. You want to be neat, correct? True story. Okay, so don't not ever do that. True story. We had applicants that actually came out with their hair wet just after shower. Ma'am, and like this. Okay, the hair is wet, and they can tell us that, oh, sorry, I just came out from shower. What do you think if you are the employer? What is your impression of this candidate if they came out with wet hair and they're having the towel in their hands? What do you think of that? Will you be impressed with this potential candidate that will be working in your house? Right? So you already know that you are going to have an employer interview, correct? So just make sure you are prepared. So don't come out like you just come out from shower and you say, sorry ma'am, I just came out from shower, and your hair is all wet. Okay, so do not do that. All right, and it really happened to me a couple of times that I have to tell them, can you just please go and get ready before you come in for the interview. All right, and so neat outlook. What do you think comprises of neat outlook? Okay, I don't think my outlook is very neat today for my interview. Okay, so neat outlook meaning that you need to be, your hair must be neat. Okay, tied to the back to show that you have sincerity. Okay, neat. I shouldn't have a high bun. My hair should be low. Well, I have a ponytail. It shouldn't be like this. Okay, so neat outlook is very important because it shows that person how much do you actually care for that interview. If you come in with your head down, okay, and then you have this, you have your head down, you have this makeup, and then you have this very colorful top, this is not a good top anyway, and you have this low cut t-shirt, and your hands have jewelry, and things like that. Do you think the employer will be impressed with you, right? So different, how you dress yourself during interview is very important, right? It's the same thing as going out for interview. Even you go out for interview, I'm sure all of you have interviewed before, whether for sales, whether for a receptionist, office, what have you. You need to dress properly for the occasion, for the interview. Okay, that is the respect that you should have, for the interviewer, that is going to be talking to you. Do you agree? Yes. Okay. So make sure that the outlook is important. Okay, so make sure you remember your hair must be nice and neat. Okay, and as much as possible, you have long hair, tie it up, pin it up, just be neat, proper. no makeup. You don't have to put your eyelashes on with your pouty, pretty. You don't have to. You don't have to impress that way. Okay, we all know you're very pretty already. All right, neat. Your nails must be nice and neat as well, right? No watches and jewelry as if you're going out. You're not going out. You're here for an interview, for a job. Okay, so for that part, these are very important things that the employer will see during the interview. So you want to make sure that you check off their list, like, oh, she's ready. That's good. She's neat. This gives them the impression that's how you're going to be when you work for them, that you are a neat person. So you need to be. If you're not a neat person, then you shouldn't be even interviewing for the job, because you're not going to last long, right? So don't waste your time. I'm just going to tell you, don't even waste your time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste anybody's time, right? If you're really here for the job, you should know that, cleanliness, neat, these are things that you have to have, correct? Agree? Yeah? Okay. So those are the very basic that you need to know, okay? And then now I'm talking about you have that outlook already. Now you're ready to talk, okay? Ready to talk. So when you talk to the employer, the employer is also watching how are you responding to them, all right? One of the very, very, very easy way to see that whether you are being serious about your job or the interview is what? Is your eye contact. Am I looking at you here, or I'm looking like that? Yes, yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, I know. So when you start looking your eyes all over, body language wise, it shows that you're not sincere, right? Or you're trying to hide something, or you don't know what's the answer, and you're trying to look for something for distraction. Okay, understand? So it's very important that besides the smile that you give the employer, it's important that your eyes is also in the camera. Because why? You are looking at your employer, potential employer, talking to them with sincerity and letting them know exactly what is on your mind and how are you answering the question, correct? And body language is everything during the interview if you have not known already. Okay, the eye contact is one. Okay, because if you're looking at the person, even you're thinking, you can still look at the person. You don't have to do this. If this is your habit, then you should really practice, okay, before the interview, because having the eye contact is very important. Okay, it shows the employer how sincere you are and are you answering things honestly. Yeah, so eye contact. The second one is what? Your body language, right? So your body language is very important too. I'm sure you guys know basic body language. So if I'm talking to you right now and I'm sitting still, right? What does that mean? Sitting still means I am sincere. I want to talk to you. Okay, I am here physically to talk to you. I'm giving you 100% of my time. Okay, so now, how about if you talking like that, and then you take something, and then you like this, and you move, okay, and then you like this, and then you like this while talking to the employer, like that, okay, and you move around. Okay, so if you do that a lot, it shows that you're fidgeting. You know what's fidgeting? Meaning that maybe you don't have time. Maybe you're in a rush. Why am I talking to you here? I want to do something, or I'm talking all of a sudden. I'm talking, then the kids are and then you all of a sudden the employer is talking, and you're saying no, don't do that, or something like that. So it's very, very distracting. Okay. All right, so these are the tips that you should know and share, because you only get that one chance with the employer, and you want to make sure that you impress them. Okay, not just impress them, but to show the respect for the interviewer during the interviews. Okay, all right, so these are the tips that I would like to share with you, because now and as you know, Hong Kong is opening up. And if you really want to work in Hong Kong, you're probably going to get the opportunity. And if you do get the opportunity, don't waste the opportunity. Make sure that you get the best of the opportunity, so that way you can have one more step closer to coming to Hong Kong, and one more step that's closer that you want to reach the goal, whatever goal that you want for your future, for your family, for yourself, and for your kids. Okay, all right. So I hope those tips that I share with you are useful. All right. Please go ahead and share. Share with your friends, whoever you think is useful. Okay, especially your friends that is in Hong Kong that is still waiting to come to Hong Kong. Did I say Hong Kong? The ones that are in Philippines and trying to come here. So you don't want to waste that opportunity, because chances, comes once, and then once they're gone, it's hard for you to take it back. So make sure every opportunity that you get the chance, grab it, okay, and do a good job while you're at it. All right. Okay. So okay, everybody, that's all I have for you today. I'm just gonna get 3 minutes probably, just to go through the comments and just say hi to those that say hi. And okay, let's see who is here. So I already answered the group. Just go to my page. I think there's a way that you can actually see how to join the group. Okay, and then I have we have no jobs for cleaners. All right, it's only for domestic helpers. Okay, and some of them will have with caregiver duties. Hello from Philippines. Hi. Okay, and then I have, okay, good, you can hear me. I think I'm okay. Yes, it's important for interview, even for agency as well. Okay, so because whether you pass the agency screening interview, is you need to pass that before you go to the interview for employer, correct? So you need to make sure that for every interview now, okay, for every interview, just do your best, okay? You want to do your best in everything that you do, because that's the only way to get you to your goal, correct? Okay. Oh, Jodine, hi, sweetie. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. Hello from Saudi. Hello, Saudi. Yes, happy to see you too. Thank you for joining me in the live. You can always watch replay. You're in Saudi as well. Hello. Oh, hi, Adeline. I'm sorry I missed you a couple of times. You couldn't come. Actually, I will be coming to the office more often now. So just message me if you want to come and visit me on Sundays. Okay. I'll be in the office next week. Okay, so if you are free, if you're off next Sunday, feel free to come. I always miss you and your friend. So come on by. I'll be here. Oh, hello, Philippines. Okay, all right. So that is all the live information and tips that I would like to share with you for today. For those that join me today, thank you very much. Now have a good weekend, everyone. Bye bye.